Hello everybody, my name is Dane, and today we're going to be talking about the origin of our Earth. Let's get started. Now, the one evidence we're going to be using today to disprove the theory that Earth was ever a molten mass billions of years ago is very tiny. So tiny you can only see it with a microscope. Yet there are trillions and trillions of them around the granites in our world and other rocks. Those are radio halos. Now, what are radio halos? Let's go back about 100 years to the late 1800s, when scientists for the first time were using microscopes to observe rocks. Now, after learning how to cut them into thin slices, they noticed little spherical shells in the rocks. Those, my friends, are radio halos. A radio halo is a mark left around a particle of a radioactive substance by the radiation being emitted through the particle. Now, the half-life of a radio halo is 3 minutes. So those marks, those radio halos, had to be formed with the rock already in its current state. They couldn't form when the rock was magma. So that pretty much disproves the theory that the Earth was ever a molten mass. But there's more. Granite. Granite is the sort of basement or foundation rock of our Earth, with the continents on top and the basalt and magma underneath. Now, granite, when melted, when turned into molten rock, cools and doesn't turn into granite, but rhyolite. Yet we have granite all over the Earth. How could the Earth ever be a molten mass? The vast majority of these halos have 210, 214, and 218 radio halos in them. But they don't have any uranium-238 halos, which therefore proves that they were primary particles with no daughter products, and they were not daughter products. Polonium-218, 214, and 210 halos cannot be duplicated or replicated or made in a laboratory. Nobody has a clue how they got there, yet they're there. So that kind of proves that they had to be there, that those radio halos had to be there within 3 minutes of the rock being there. Another strong evidence that the polonium halos 214, 210, and 218 were not daughter products of 238 uranium halos is that they totally have different designs. Uranium halos don't have the same design as normal polonium 214, 218, and 210 halos, which proves that they weren't daughter products. The lead 206 and 207 ratio in polonium halos is additional proof that those original polonium halos were not daughter products of 238 uranium halos. Analysis of zircon crystals in 5 layers of hot rock 15,000 feet deep reveals almost no lead escape, which is very strong evidence of a 6,000-year-old Earth, not billions. Studies have also shown that there is a very high retention in zircon crystals of helium. That is very strong evidence of a 6,000-year-old Earth, because all the helium would have escaped from the zircon crystals, which were in granite, if the Earth was billions of years old. Thank you for watching. Join us next time when we talk about the age of our Earth.